Hey guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today in Clash of Clans. Today we're going to review 5 strategies for Town Hall 9. We're going to really run the gamut starting with max heroes against a relative max base, and then we're going to even end up with lower level heroes. I also want you guys to stay tuned till the very end of today's episode. I have 2 more YouTuber shoutouts. I can't get enough of these. And then I also have a funny little story I wanted to tell you guys about from when I was visiting clans to get the replays for today's video. So we're going to start things off. You can see here already kicking right into gear here with Bleezy from Red Elite. Bleezy's been on the channel a few times now, always coming up with creative and innovative multi-phase attacks, and this is one... This is definitely not a creative, innovative, multi-phase attack. This is just demonstrating how powerful Hog Riders are in the game right now. In fact, all of today's replays will include Hog Riders, and then I'm going to be working on another video, really getting into the nitty-gritty of La Lune attacks, any kind of Go La Lune at Town Hall 9 and Town Hall 11, coincidentally. Going to start working on that one as well, but for now, let's focus on Hog attacks at Town Hall 9. And look at this, 40 Hogs. That's it, guys. That's all she wrote. 40 Hogs against this base, and you might be saying to yourself, yeah, Ash, but this base is kind of compact. It's pretty easy to just mass hog it. And you know what? I'll take that a little bit, but if you look at the base, if you rewind a little bit, there were like 4 or 5 spots on this base that could have double giant bombs, and guess what? Double giant bombs, NBD. No big deal anymore, guys. I mean, it just is what it is. The reason I was going to initially make this video 5 ground attacks at Town Hall 9, but you know what? I noticed that every single strategy really relied heavily on Hogs, and that's because Hogs are really beyond OP at Town Hall 9. This attack, look at the army here, guys. 46 Hogs. 46 Hogs, 4 heal spells. Put it in the books. That's it. So I don't know. I think Hogs are incredible. Obviously, you're not going to be able to mass hog every single base, especially a base like this that's more spread out, that's just more room for them to be targeted by splash damage and obviously run into little tricky areas throughout the base, giant bombs and stuff like that. Obviously, they're still your #1 concern along with splash damage and the Archer Queen, the obvious stuff to your Hog Riders. But beyond that, you know, I mean, giant bombs just aren't what they used to be. But anyway, getting into our second replay here, you can see, guys, check this out. I don't normally bring attacks against our bases, but I had to bring this one. First of all, huge shout out to Team A. He has returned after about 6 months away from the game. Super excited to have him back. He was actually the original creator of Elite Academy, one of our Alliance clans. So Will, aka Team A, has returned, but unfortunately this was not a pleasant welcome back to the game for him, as he was taken down by Pekkas. And of course there are Hogs still involved. As I promised, every replay will rely heavily on Hogs, but check this out. Boulders in the clan castle, we have a trio of level 3 Pekkas entering in the base, and now you don't have to worry about those hidden Teslas. I mean, you wouldn't think that just reducing, or excuse me, removing the extra damage done by hidden Teslas to Pekkas would make them completely viable again. In fact, I was wrong again. I feel like I say I'm wrong every single update. I'm just going to stop speculating at this point because what's the use? I'm always wrong. But I said during the update that after it came out, I said I don't think it's enough to actually see Pekkas viable in the game again. And I wouldn't say they're dominating the game, but you're starting to see attacks like this. Relying on the rage spells, get them to the core, use bowlers for backup, keep the queen alive, and then just kind of send in the Hogs from around the perimeter of the base after your kill squad gets to the core. You don't need a ton of Hogs. In fact, the previous attacker only needed 8 to get the job done. And obviously to those attacks, I mean, it's #1 key. It almost goes without saying. You have to make sure you nail the funnel on those attacks. If you go ahead and devote 75 troop space to Pekkas, and then you have them go around the perimeter of the base, the raid is going to be over. So just be very careful. Make sure you devote enough troop space to creating the funnel too. It's not all about the kill squad. squad, you got to make sure you complete every objective of the raid. So this next attack here is the HGHB. HGHB is definitely incredibly viable post-balance update. I mean, removing the giant bomb damage has helped Hogs, even on strategies that once were super popular and had since declined just slightly, but now HGHB is absolutely everywhere. In fact, I went to this arranged war here between Mutiny Elite and SAC Kings Elite, and funny enough, at least half of the Town Hall 9 attacks were indeed HGHB, this one being a good example with mid-level heroes against a pretty solid anti-3-star base. You can see that nice HP buffer up to the northeast of where the kill squad is right now. 3 storages, but it's just going to be a matter of time before those Hogs make their way around the base. Believe it or not, these 4 or 5 remaining Hogs actually make it all the way to that wizard tower and take it down. Now on a HGHB, I like to kind of describe the attack strategy for those who might just be picking it up for the first time. Is what you kind of want to do is how at least I picture it in my head is you're trying to like carve out the center of the base with your kill squad, and then you're going to use your Hogs kind of in like a horseshoe formation to wrap around the perimeter of the base after your giants in your kill squad reaches the core. So I did promise you guys more lower level content, and that is what we're going to see on these last 2 replays, starting with this attack by Sexies. Now, Sexies is actually Fog's mini account, so for all the hate that I hear from Pray for Fog, hashtag Pray for Fog, Fog, I only show losses on Fog, this is a success by Fog, a nice 3-star attack with his mini account here. So he's going to do a good job funneling his troops to the core of this base, a trophy base, so nothing super impressive in terms of layout, but I thought it was interesting to show a larger variety, not just maxed out bases, because I know not everybody who watches my channel is necessarily a maxed out base or someone who's going against maxed out anti-3-star designs every single war. So I thought that it might be beneficial to just show a couple different examples towards the end of this video of bases that, you know, you might run into, and you might need a decent game plan to take them down convincingly. So this is just that. Using Valkyries here, it looks like his troops are starting to kind of die off, but that's not really the case. He still has almost all his Valkyries still alive there. Granted, the Valkyries are level 4, and if I was Town Hall 9, the first thing I would upgrade as a new Town Hall 9 would be my Hog Riders. The second thing would definitely be my Valkyries. I would get them up to level 4 because Valkyries are certainly absolutely dominating in the game. That's why you saw the GoVaHo attack. And then on this replay, you might be looking at this base and being like, are you serious, Ash? You're going to bring us this? But you would be so shocked at how many Twitter screenshots I get of this base saying, Ash, I know it's not a hard base, but I saw this base, I forgot how to attack it. What would you recommend for a strategy? So I wanted to finally be able to at least reference a video for you guys to say this is how you attack this base. And it's using witches, so how could I pass this up, right? So basically what you want to do is deploy all your troops. I like to go in exactly where Bagger attacked from here, in the northwest. And what you want to do is basically split your army. You want to split your army so that one hero backed by either golems, witches in this case, or Valkyries goes in one direction, and then your other hero backed by another portion of your troops goes in the other direction. Once the perimeter is all clear and down, then you send in your Hog Riders from the north. You don't need a lot of spells to keep your troops alive along the perimeter, along the outside of this base, so that allows you, it affords you the luxury of using 2 heal spells right in the core, and that, my friends, is how you make really quick work of this base. Now let's get into the YouTuber shoutouts. So I brought you 5 YouTubers that I really like last episode. Now today I'm gonna bring you 2 more. How could I forget Klaus Gaming? He's probably one of the most polished YouTubers out there, way more polished than I am. So if you like really high quality content delivered in a really high quality format, be sure to check out Klaus Gaming. You'll thank me later, I absolutely promise you. And guys, check out Clashing Duke. He's a smaller channel. He doesn't have daily uploads. I wish he would though, because he's a nice, entertaining guy with some really good content over a variety of Town Hall levels as well. I really wish Supercell would bring some of these guys into the circle at these live events. I don't know why they don't. I mean, you look at some of the really big YouTubers, they don't even cover the game anymore, but these guys cover the game on a daily basis with really high quality content. Not sure why they're not invited. But hey, who am I? I'm just a stupid YouTuber with tons of opinions and a big mouth. So anyway, guys, I wanted to share this story with you. Look at this guy. DWD is better is his village name. So I'm over in SAC Kings Elite earlier this evening trying to record for today's video. And he says, "Hey, Ash." And I go, "Hey, what's up, DWD?" And he goes, "Oh, it's Kurta. I lost a bet." And I said, "Are you kidding me? Yeah, well, you lost a bet. What do you mean you lost a bet?" And he said, "They made a bet who could get more donations, and whoever lost would have to change their names in their walls, in their base." And I was like, are you kidding me? So your name change is gone, and now your name for the history of your account is DWD is better. I mean, I got a real kick out of this, and I was wondering how many of you guys would put up your name change as collateral for a bet. I wouldn't do it. I would not do it. Even if I wasn't a YouTuber, I would not change my name. I've had my name for over 4 years, and even if I didn't, I don't think I'd change my name, guys. Would you? Would you guys change your name? Let me know in the comments below, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and again, stay tuned for my Town Hall 9 Air episode, because Air is certainly incredibly viable at Town Hall 9 as well. So anyway, stay tuned for that. Make sure you go show Klaus Gaming and Clashing Duke some love. Say you came from Ash's channel if you want to, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.